People a couple of weeks ago took what they were very confused. I came out and supported Eli Manning with the benching. This is why I was in support of Eli. Because I feel that Eli, while I think he's overrated, while I think that the defense was a huge, huge part of the 2 Super Bowl championships, and Eli was, he contributed. To bench Eli Manning, who on his resume, he has 2 Super Bowl titles in New York, and to bench him for Geno Smith makes no sense at all. But you know what? Then the discussion came up about, is he a Hall of Famer, this and that? Is he a first ballot? I think he'll get in. First ballot? No. No. People think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer? Absolutely not. No way is Eli Manning a first ballot Hall of Famer. No way. None. Zero. But he will get in. Because I think they will be, he dethroned the Patriots. They were 16-0. But that being said, does Eli have some type of power over the team? The team is 2-13. What if little Eli doesn't want to sit down? Eli doesn't want to take a back seat? Dude, let's face it. I defended him. He should have been benched for Geno Smith. He comes back. Since Eli Manning has come back, he has looked terrible. He has looked awful. He looked as bad as you could look last week at Arizona. He has looked so bad. So, if you're Steve Spagnuolo, who's going to talk like this, I talk like I'm one of the guys in The Sopranos, and we're going to, we're going to rub some people out, see? Yo, Stevie Spags, you're 2-13. Give the kid Davis Webb a shot. I don't understand it. I really don't. And listen, we know Mara, has pictures hung up on his bedroom wall of Eli Manning. We understand that. And we understand that Mara just, oh my God, gets down and praises Eli. Oh, Jesus. But, you're 2-13. Maybe if you put this kid in for the last 2 games and he plays well, he plays good. Not good, he plays well. Maybe you don't have to waste a draft pick on a quarterback. You're going to have the number 2 pick. What are you taking? Well, if Davis Webb is good, if you think Webb can replace Eli, well then damn it, you don't need to draft a quarterback. But you'll never know if you don't put these guys in crunch time. A guy in practice, you can't determine, this guy's not going to replace Eli Manning because he doesn't look good in practice. No! You got to put him in a game to play. Christian Hackenberg is either so bad in practice where the Jets don't want to put him on the field, or he has an attitude they don't want to put him on the field, or they're just incompetent. Because you're never going to know anything about anybody unless you put them out in the field. You're never going to know. Brett Hundley in Green Bay, we wondered for years, is he the heir apparent for Green Bay? Well, he hasn't looked great this year. Has not looked great. Now, Rodgers is going to come back next year, you would think, in Green Bay. Maybe he gets a little bit more seasoning. But I don't understand the mindset of some of these teams, especially like the Giants. You've had this kid on the team. Play the kid. Play the kid and see what he can do. Now, Sam Darnold looked horrible against Ohio State. So if he does not enter the draft, don't think they would take him anyway. They're looking at Josh Rosen. And, of course, Rosen has said, I don't want to play for Cleveland. I want to play for the Giants. And that's something that really the NFL should look into. At what point, if you're the NFL, do you say, we may have to step in? When you have people that may skip the draft, number one, and number two, come out right and say, I ain't playing for Cleveland. I don't want to be drafted by Cleveland. Like, at some point, the NFL's got to start looking like, what can we do here? Because it is just a cesspool that nobody wants to be a part of. And the Cleveland Browns, through 31 games, are 1-30. It's horrible. It's terrible. It's so pathetic. And people probably, these high draft picks, they probably, oh my God, I gotta go to Cleveland. They don't want to go there. I don't think Rosen's that great either. I really don't think that there's potential for guys as backups. I don't see a guy in the draft that could come in, a team can draft him, and he could be starting in 2018. I don't see that from this quarterback draft class. I really don't. I really don't. I mean, I guess the closest is Rosen, but you know, I don't see it. It's not a deep quarterback class. But again, you're 2-13. I'm sorry. If I'm the coach and Eli's playing like complete garbage after a quarter, dude, I don't care what you say. Webb's going in, so you can sit there and pout all you want. He's going in the game. You gotta look at the future. Having Eli Manning out there and take a beating is doing nothing. There's no streak to protect anymore, so it does absolutely nothing for Eli Manning and it does absolutely nothing for the Giants. It doesn't benefit the Giants at all, doesn't benefit Eli Manning at all. If anything, it's making Eli look worse because he's played horrible.